So the last video I made was about the Seattle Center Monorail, and I have to say that one was a lot of fun to film. I like monorails, and as I was editing that video, I began to think, growing up, I probably rode monorails more often than the average Joe. That's because I grew up in Tokyo, Japan, where there just so happened to be a lot of monorails. Now, if you watch a lot of transit-related YouTube or The Simpsons, you may know that monorails are not a very popular concept. They seem flashy and futuristic, and those are two adjectives that sway a lot of people, but for a variety of reasons, ranging from capacity to cost, most times cities are just better off building a regular train. I occasionally dabble in some urbanism. I am passionate about improving transit, but really the main reason I started this channel is to showcase all the transportation that I have fun riding. And I just so happen to love riding the quirky and unusual transportation systems that the world has to offer. To me, monorails are a lot of fun. I am not a gadget bond hater. In fact, I look for them, and you'll seldom hear me complain. Unless, of course, we're talking about flying Ubers, in which case even I am like, whoa. That being said, if there's one country that can do monorails right, it's Japan. I've said it many times before, but I truly believe Japan, and Tokyo in particular, has the best railway system in the world, so it's no surprise that even monorails fulfill an important social function. There are monorail lines scattered around the country, and this is a map of all the lines just in the greater Tokyo area. If you count rubber-tired people movers as monorails, the map looks like this. The most famous example is perhaps the Tokyo Monorail. Opened in time for the 1964 Olympics, the Tokyo Monorail connects downtown Tokyo with Haneda Airport. The line is 18 kilometers long, much of it suspended above the waters of Tokyo Bay. Part of its success lies in the fact that it has multiple express services, the fastest of which completes the trip in 18 minutes. Average daily ridership for the line is around 180,000, putting it on par with PATH in New York and New Jersey. There are many examples of Japanese monorails that are just a lot of fun too. Just think of the famous suspended monorails, or who can forget the jolly Disney monorail, with windows and arm straps shaped like Mickey Mouse. But I think Japan's oldest monorail might be its most iconic. Coincidentally, it's also the shortest. But it has charmed kids and adults alike for generations. Until now. To learn more, we'll have to go to the Ueno district in Tokyo, specifically Ueno Park, and even more specifically, the Ueno Zoo. Having first opened in 1882, the zoo has been a popular attraction for ages. As a kid, I visited countless times. You can thank their giant pandas for some of the park's popularity, but the clumsy bears were not the only thing that people enjoy about the place. The zoo is divided into two sections, an east garden and a west garden. To walk between the two is easy, it takes just a few minutes. But why walk when you can take a suspended monorail? This is the Ueno Zoo Monorail. The track is only 300 meters long, that's a fifth of a mile. Its sole purpose? Connecting the east and west gardens. In fact, you can't even access it without buying entry to the zoo first. I filmed this footage back in 2018 when an adult one-way ticket cost 150 yen. That's about $1.36. The full ride takes less than 2 minutes, and as a kid, it was one of my favorite things to do. Every time we went to the zoo, I hoped that we would ride it. The monorail first opened in 1957 as Japan's first monorail. It was the Tokyo Metropolitan Government who ran it, the same agency that runs 4 subway lines, city buses, and the streetcar. Over the years, there have been 4 trains: the H series in 1957, the M series in 1967, the 30 series in 1985, and the 40 series in 2001. The wheels, which have rubber tires, run on top of the rail while the rest of the train hangs underneath. I have no idea why it has strobe lights, probably for awesomeness reasons. And look at these cute animal characters on the side. Doesn't this make you want to ride it? If it does, I have some bad news for you. Unless you own a time machine, your chance to ride the Ueno Zoo Monorail has passed, because in 2019, it closed until further notice. The trains were due for a replacement, and because the system is so small and so different from all other trains in the area, a new train would have to be custom made, and the government felt that that would be too expensive. So for 4 years, the tracks just stood there, a skeleton of the joy that once was. But in December of 2023, the decision was final. It is now permanently closed, and it will be dismantled. And I'm sad. Little did I know when I visited the monorail in 2018, it would be my very last time. And the kids in Tokyo today will never know the joy of looking at the animals and then hearing,